That is our telephone number. Elizabeth on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Tom.
Hey,
How are you?
do you care, dear?
I do. I'm a big fan.
Thank you so
Believe it or not. Well, I'm just calling in because I'm 22 and I'm pregnant with my fourth child.
Your fourth child.
Yes.
And why are you pregnant with your fourth child at 22?
I messed up. I can't.
No.
I don't know
You're
what to
messing
say.
up is doing it once.
Well, no. My first three. My first one, I was 13, and I actually planned it.
You planned it for what reason?
I had accidentally got pregnant and...
You accidentally planned it?
No. I had a miscarriage. And by the time that I had my miscarriage, I felt that I was already attached to the baby growing inside me. And I felt like as if I had to make up for that baby.
Where did you get this way of thinking?
I just... I don't know.
You don't know.
And so...
So you decided to try to get knocked up again?
And I did.
And how old were you then? 14?
When I had my second, I was 16.
Well, wait a minute. I'm talking about the first one that was born.
Oh, I was 13.
What, so you first had a baby, then you had a miscarriage?
No, I had the miscarriage first.
All right, so you had the miscarriage at 13.
Yes.
Then you had a baby at 14.
No, I got pregnant at 13 again.
13 again?
Yes.
Now, what about birth control? Why weren't you using any?
I don't know. I
mean, you'd heard of it, hadn't you?
Sure.
Oh, I mean, you heard of sex. You probably heard of birth control.
My mom was very open with sex and birth control. And
did she arrange for you to get birth control?
Sure.
And why weren't you using it?
Because the first time that I got pregnant with the miscarriage that I had, that was my second time having sex, and I thought, those two times were really separated, so I thought that...
So you were ignorant, and you believed that you have to have sex a lot in order to get pregnant?
Pretty much, yes.
Which is, as you know now, ignorant, right?
Right.
All right. All right, so you, because of ignorance, you got pregnant the first time.
Right.
And then what happened?
The second time, I got pregnant, and my baby's father was in jail.
And why did you have sex with a criminal?
Well, that was the father of my first child, so it didn't really matter. I thought I loved him, and...
You thought, what was it that he did that got him into prison?
Well, he was in prison. We were both teens, so he just violated probation by smoking marijuana and whatnot.
I see. And you thought this would be an appropriate parent for your child?
No.
Then why did you get pregnant by a guy like that? It didn't just happen.
It didn't just
It happened when you didn't use any birth control and he put his penis in there.
I didn't take care of myself.
Why not?
I have no idea.
So you don't love yourself? You don't care about yourself? Is that the deal?
I don't know if I don't love myself.
Well, why would you let that happen to yourself? Didn't you have any hopes or dreams for your life?
Not really, no.
Why not?
I never thought of it.
So you just think that little of yourself, that you thought you would never cure cancer or cure AIDS or invent something great or come up with a business plan or do anything in your life. You thought so little of yourself that you thought that what you were at 13 was the best you were ever going to be.
I just never thought of it. I just never thought of it.
All right. So in other words, you became a parent because you never thought and because you were ignorant.
Yes.
All right. So now that when you figured out that you were ignorant, you continued having children.
Yes, I did.
Why?
Well, with my second son, that happened, oh gosh. I just didn't take care of myself with the birth control again.
Why not?
Well, in that situation, I was in the process of switching birth controls. I was on birth control.
So you couldn't use a condom in the meantime or wait a couple of weeks?
He refused.
So you were raped?
No.
Well, you could have said no.
No, but I didn't say no.
Why not?
Because he was my boyfriend. I thought he was the one.
So you was okay with you if you got knocked up a third time or a fourth time? Don't you ever think about this stuff?
I didn't think I'd get pregnant.
What made you think that? You mean you were still ignorant at that point? You hadn't learned already that it only takes having sex one time to have a baby? That you don't have to have gallons of sperm poured into your vagina before you're going to get pregnant, that it could just take one time?
Well, with my second, we used the pull-out method.
Yeah, and dear, does the pull-out method work?
Obviously not.
What made you so more ignorant? You thought the pull-out method would work?
We just thought it would.
But because you were both ignorant.
Sure.
All right. So now that you've been ignorant and gotten knocked up 3 times, why did you have a 4th child? Why are you having a 4th one now?
Well, now see, hold on, let's back up here. The 3rd child is from a different man.
Oh, a different criminal?
No.
He's not in jail.
No.
Hadn't been in jail.
He's been in jail yet.
Oh, he's been in jail too. Do you ever meet anybody who's not on America's Most Wanted?
No, I haven't.
You only like having sex with criminals?
Well, this guy I've known since I was 11.
Oh, that makes it okay.
And I thought...
You thought, what the hell? Another guy in jail? That'd be you have another kid by another guy who's in prison.
Before I had my 3rd child, I really thought I made up my mind that I didn't want any more kids.
You thought that you'd made up your mind. Well,
I thought I did.
But the point is, you're the only one who would know. You're the one in charge of making up your mind.
Then he proposed, and then I was...
See, so what the hell? I'm already in poverty. Let's make it even worse.
He was my first boyfriend with an actual job.
Actual job?
That took care of me and my 2 kids. And I thought... He wants he wants a kid of his own.
Uh-huh.
And I should give it to him.
Why should you give it to him?
Because if I didn't, who would? If I was the one that he was going to spend his life with.
Dear, how would you know anything about who's going to spend their lives with you?
Well, I figured we were going to get married.
Do you know what the odds are, getting married at your age under your conditions, that you will stay married? About 1 in 5.
Well, at the time I thought it was going to happen. Eventually, he ended up...
leaving you?
Kicking me out.
Kicking you out, even better.
Yeah, with my 3 kids.
Right.
And
by the way, who's paying for these children?
The county.
Oh, isn't that nice? So my tax dollars at work here. Now, what made you think you had the right to come to the rest of us and make us pay so you can have all these children?
I know that it's wrong, and...
Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
I am.
You should be.
I think it was very...
Ignorant.
Of me.
Ignorant and selfish.
Even to keep this one that I'm having.
Well, why are you doing it?
Because, okay, well, this one is...
What the hell? The rest of us are going to pay for it. That's why.
That, yeah.
Yeah, what the hell? How much welfare do you get, by the way?
I get $800 a month.
We're paying you $800 a month.
Yeah.
And do you have a job?
Nope.
No. So, let's review. You are supporting 3.5 kids.
Right.
On $9,600 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Which is about half the poverty level.
Right.
Uh-huh. Did you ever think about that?
No.
So, not only did you not care about yourself, but you don't care about these children. Because it's not good for children to grow up at half of the poverty level.
But my kids don't go without.
Dear, what do you mean they don't go without?
They have clothes, they have food, we have our own place.
Yeah? Where do you live?
I live in an apartment.
Where?
In L.A.
Where?
Off of Hoover, 20th.
Off of Hoover. That's a beautiful neighborhood down near the Pacific Auditorium there. That's a beautiful area there. The kids are growing up in just a great place. That's wonderful. Oh, I know exactly where you live, darling. So you're living in, would you say that's one of the safer neighborhoods in Los Angeles?
No.
Yeah. So you're raising your children in what is really a dangerous neighborhood at half the poverty level. And you really don't care.
You know, really, I think that I'm lucky.
No, you're not lucky. You're stupid.
It's not that I don't care. I think that there's a lot of people out there that don't have enough to stretch for their kids, for them to have clothes or food or shoes or anything.
Dear, when you have children, they should be going to college when they grow up.
Right.
So they don't end up like you.
What makes you think that they wouldn't go to college?
Because you don't have any money.
Well,
Are we supposed to pay to educate them too?
Oh, Lord. I don't know.
You don't have the money to send children to college.
No, I don't.
And you won't.
And I won't.
Right.